Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another book tag video, and today I'm going to be doing the classics book tag video. And I will have the link below in the description including the questions. So getting started on the first question is, the first one is, an overhyped classic you really didn't like. Pretty much I really did not like most of the Shakespeare books. I think they're kind of like slow and they're very confusing to read, and I just couldn't get into them, especially Romeo and Juliet. I think it's lame and it's just like, I don't know. Next question is, favorite time period to read about? I pretty much like love all time periods, but if I had to pick to choose my own option, why not a time travel book? That way I get to experience all the time periods and throughout the whole book. Though I do like steampunk. The next question is, favorite fairy tale? My favorite fairy tale, I gotta say, I really love Beauty and the Beast. I think Beauty and the Beast always has like such a good storyline, and I see a lot of good retellings on it. So especially Aquarium Swords and Roses, and I actually do like the whole idea, like Belle meeting the Beast and so on. And I was, it's just like one of my favorite classics that I read from. Next question is, what is the most embarrassed classic you haven't read yet? I pretty much have never read Jane Eyre. I never really read a Jane Austen book. I probably started one, but never finished it. And I also never read Moby Dick. I also never read Dracula. I never read pretty much many classics. I also never read Chronicles of Narnia yet, which is on my TBR list. Next question is, top 5 classics you would like to read. So the top 5 classics I would like to read includes Dracula, Moby Dick, because I really want to read The Heart of the Sea, so pretty much would like to read that. Also really want to read the Chronicles of Narnia series because it was been on my TBR for so long, and I love fantasy and so on, and it's kind of like the kind of stuff that I love, so I really want to read that. Another book I would like to read that's classic is Alice in Wonderland, because I feel like I see so many Alice in Wonderland stuff all over the place whenever I go to a bookstore, and I pretty much don't really understand the hype. I mean, I've seen the movies, but I'm not sure about the hype, why the books are so popular. And lastly, I would like to read Jane Eyre, so I also know why Jane Eyre is so popular, so I would like to read it. The next question is, favorite modern book series based on a classic? Harry Potter. I know it has draw some inspiration from many classics and so on, so I guess that's pretty much like a modern series that I really like. Next question is, favorite movie version or TV series based on a classic? I pretty much never read the book, but I really love Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's like my favorite, all-time favorite Disney movie. I love the music, and I hope that there's going to be like a Broadway play or something like that where they do it, and also would like to see a live action film. Probably, I think it was one of those movies that would work. So the next question is, worst classic to movie adaptation. So a classic that I would say, like, movie that actually did not really do well is The Hobbit. The first part of the movie was really good, and the second one was okay, but then once they started focusing too much on the whole romance between dwarf and elves and so on, I was like, that was never in the book, and I don't even know why they added it. Probably it's because they want to sell seats or something in the theater to add more drama and more action to it, but it was never needed. It was never supposed to be an elf story in any way. There was never main characters, other than the king and the army, but at the same time, there was no Legolas in The Hobbit, okay? And even the girl, whatever her name is, she was never supposed to be in the movie, and it was supposed to be about the Hobbit, the dwarves, Gandalf, and the dragon. So, and also the other characters, but that's what it's supposed to be about. And next question is, favorite editions you like to collect more classics from? So, a classic I would like to collect of editions that I gotta say is my favorite is The Hobbit. Pretty much hands down, because ever since high school I read it as part of a class assignment, and ever since then I fell in love with it, and I love to see more of it, and I just would like to collect more classic versions of the actual book. And they always have really nice editions going out, and they're always really fun. And also maybe some illustrated versions and pictures behind the movies and so on like that. Next question is, an underhyped classic you'd recommend to everyone. So an underhyped classic I would like to see more of is pretty much The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Pretty much hands down, because I don't see that many remakes or anything, or them getting as much hyped about other than after the Disney movie. But I mean, out of all the Disney movies or anything else, mostly we only get most of the care about the classics like The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, or Snow White. Those top 3, and including Alice in Wonderland, those get pretty much more talked about, and I feel like there should be more emphasis on that. Hunchback of Notre Dame, and maybe Aladdin, and maybe some other classics from around the world, because you don't hear about other parts of the world, their own personal classics. Not enough. So that's pretty much it for today, all the questions I have. Let me know in the comments below what are some of your favorite classics while growing up. And if you like more book tags, do like it. And also do subscribe because I love to have you around. So until next time, keep on reading.